If you're 60 or older, there is one supposedly innocuous habit that can quietly raise your risk of stroke. During sleep. No warning, no discomfort. 1 second fine. The next, your arm won't move, your speech is jumbled, or your balance is all wrong. As a brain specialist, I've seen this happen far too often. And surprisingly, it's not because of smoking, bad eating habits, or lack of exercise. The hidden culprit? Vitamins. Yes, really. Millions of older adults take supplements daily, hoping to strengthen their bones, boost their energy, or sharpen their memory. And while many vitamins do support health, some, especially in large doses or taken at the wrong time, can silently endanger your brain. In this video, I'm going to expose you to 5 of the most common vitamins that can boost your risk of stroke, brain bleeds, or blood pressure surges, particularly in the first morning hours when your brain is most susceptible. If you've ever used vitamins D, E, B6, A, or niacin, this might be one of the most significant health videos you see. Let's get started. First, let me ask you, have you ever considered whether your vitamins might actually be harming you? Type 1 in the comments if you're interested to find out more, or 0 if you've never thought about it before. And if brain health matters to you or someone you care about, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to The Health Spot, where we provide you with straightforward, science-based advice made particularly for seniors. Now, let's start with one of the most shocking, vitamin D. What you don't know about it can turn a quiet night's sleep into a hazard. You've likely heard that vitamin D promotes healthy bones, improves your mood, and boosts the immune system. And that's true, when taken at the right dosage. But here's what no one explains to most seniors. Too much vitamin D, particularly at bedtime, can quietly increase your chances of having a stroke. Surprised? So was Mr. Walter. A 74-year-old retired Navy veteran. He's quick-witted, disciplined, and dedicated to living well. Daily, on schedule, he'd line up his supplements, a 10,000 IU vitamin D supplement from the neighborhood pharmacy among them. He really thought he was doing the right thing for his bones. But what he had no idea was that this good-intentioned habit was silently guiding his body into a health emergency. One morning, his wife discovered him disoriented and confused. He couldn't make sentences, and his right arm was lifeless. He'd had a stroke during sleep. His blood tests were high in calcium, hardened arteries, and fluctuating blood pressure. The silent trigger? Vitamin D toxicity. Here's how it occurs. When you've taken too much vitamin D, particularly without your doctor's advice, it increases calcium in your blood. Your body, not knowing what to do with the surplus, starts depositing it in your arteries. This stiffens and narrows those arteries over time, making it much easier for a clot to develop and find its way to your brain. And for older adults, whose arteries are stiff to begin with because of age, the risk is even higher. Mix that with dehydration, not enough sleep, and a midnight rush of calcium, and you've got disaster waiting to happen. Worst of all, no warning signs. You go to bed feeling great and wake up with a whole new life. Now here's something that may surprise you. Many over-the-counter vitamin D supplements in the U.S. contain far more than older adults actually need. Some have 5,000 IU, others 10,000 IU. And people take them daily thinking more must be better. But studies show that even 2,000 IU may be too much if you're not deficient. Let me make this clear. If you're taking vitamin D, especially alongside calcium or heart medications, You must get your blood levels checked regularly. And always take it in the morning, never at night. Do you happen to know how many IUs your vitamin D supplement has? Type D in the comments. If you're taking it now, let's count how many of us may be at risk without even knowing it. If that final piece put you on your second thoughts about your supplement regimen, do yourself and everyone else a courtesy, like this video. It brings more to more people life-saving information such as this. Now, if vitamin D surprised you, just wait, because the next vitamin is even more shocking. It's one that many seniors take for their heart health. But in older adults, it can lead to something even more dangerous than a blood clot, a brain bleed. Let's talk about vitamin E, often called the heart helper. Vitamin E has long been popular among older adults. If you've been taking it for years, you're certainly not alone. Many people over 60 add it to their routine, hoping to support heart function, improve circulation, maybe even boost memory or maintain youthful skin. But here's what you won't see on the bottle label. Too much vitamin E, particularly if you're also taking heart medications, can greatly boost your risk of bleeding in the brain. Yes, even if you're doing everything else right. Let me tell you a story that's remained with me for years. Mrs. Evelyn Brooks, 81, was an Ohio librarian who retired. She was sharp, quick-witted, and always held a book in her hand. Evelyn suffered from a heart valve condition and was on warfarin, a standard blood thinner. Her physicians kept a close watch on her. Her blood levels were stable. Her pressure was normal. Then one day, she saw an advertisement in a magazine for a bottle of natural vitamin E. It claimed improved memory and circulation, 800 IU per capsule. "I thought it would help," she said to me. 3 weeks later, Evelyn was rushed to the ER. She complained of a crushing headache, was vomiting, and couldn't think straight. A brain scan revealed the reason: a hemorrhagic stroke, bleeding in the brain, not due to a fall, not due to high blood pressure, but due to the interaction of warfarin and high-dose vitamin E, which had thinned her blood to the point where it could no longer clot. Just one tiny blood vessel in her brain ruptured. Here's the hidden danger. Vitamin E in high doses acts like a natural blood thinner. If you're already taking aspirin, Plavix, or any anticoagulant, adding high-dose vitamin E can quietly increase your bleeding risk, especially in the brain, where even a small hemorrhage can change everything: your speech, your mobility, your memory. Now here's something most people don't realize. Recommended daily vitamin E for seniors is only 15 milligrams, or roughly 22 international units. But the pills on pharmacy shelves contain 200, 400, even 1,000 international units per capsule. No warning, no advice. And most seniors take them daily for years. Mrs. Evelyn lived, but she walks now using a cane. Her short-term memory never returned. Between tears, she once said to me, "I just wanted to help myself. I didn't know I was doing harm." That breaks my heart, because she's not alone. So many elderly people think that if it's a vitamin, it has got to be safe. But the reality is, not all vitamins are safe, particularly if you're on meds for the heart or the blood pressure. You should consult your doctor before introducing anything new into your regimen. And if the thought of a brain bleed wasn't terrifying enough, the next vitamin might be even more frightening, because it's sold as a protector of your nerves and your energy level. But it can actually destroy your nerves, permanently at times. Let's discuss vitamin B6. Vitamin B6 is commonly branded as a nerve support or brain booster. You've likely spotted it at the drugstore. Bottles promising to boost energy, concentration, and even memory. Perhaps someone shared with you that it's healthy for aging nerves. But here's something that most older adults aren't cautioned about. Too much vitamin B6 actually destroys your nerves, and in a few situations, the damage is permanent. Let me share with you the case of Mr. Harold Jenkins, age 76, a retired truck driver from Kansas. He presented to my clinic complaining that his feet were numb, hands tingled, and his balance was off. Initially, he thought it was old age getting the better of him. Then the falls began. Once, then again. The third time, he hit his head on the bathroom floor. When I looked over his list of supplements, the reason became apparent. It was discovered Mr. Jenkins had been on a nerve support supplement for more than a year. It claimed to support brain function and circulation, but it didn't emphasize that every tablet had 100 milligrams of vitamin B6, and he was taking 2 tablets daily. That's 200 milligrams per day, more than 10 times the safe upper limit for older adults. Now the frightening part, unlike other vitamins your body excretes in urine, vitamin B6 builds up over time. In older adults, that buildup can destroy the insulating sheath around your nerves, like removing insulation from a wire. The outcome? Tingling, numbness, muscle weakness, tremors, even confusion or loss of memory. And the bad news? These symptoms creep up gradually. Most folks figure it's arthritis, old age, or even early dementia. But in our case, it might have been B6 toxicity, a gradual, avoidable nerve damage brought on by a pill that was supposed to assist. Fortunately, we caught Mr. Jenkins' case early. We removed the supplement, and the nerve damage did not progress. But he still uses a cane. He no longer drives. "I simply wanted to safeguard my brain," he said to me. "I didn't know I was poisoning it." Let's be clear. Vitamin B6 is necessary in small doses. Older people require just 2 to 10 milligrams a day, in addition to what you're already consuming through food. But some of the online or store brain booster or nerve support supplements actually carry 50, 100, even 200 milligrams per tablet. That's not only unnecessary, it's dangerous. So if you're on any supplement marketed for nerve, brain, or energy support, read the label carefully. Know your numbers. And comment B6 if you've ever supplemented with something like this, or if you know someone who has. Now, you may be thinking, at least something as innocuous as vitamin A must be safe. Isn't that just for vision? Well, not quite. Let's discuss vitamin A. If you're like most older adults, you've likely heard that vitamin A is important for good vision. Perhaps you've taken it to boost your immune system, your skin, or because your doctor said it slows down aging. But here's what everybody doesn't know, particularly over 60. Excessive vitamin A does not quietly reside in your system. It accumulates, and as time passes, it can increase pressure within your head, simulating a stroke, destroying your vision, and even killing your brain. Let me introduce you to Miss Dorothy Simmons. She was 79, a retired piano instructor from Oregon, independent, feisty, and devoted to music. She spent her days instructing students from her living room. Then the headaches began. Blurred vision soon followed, then dizziness, and finally, slurred speech. Her family braced for the worst, a stroke. But her scans offered a different diagnosis. No clot, no bleeding. Rather, she had elevated intracranial pressure, excess pressure within her head. Her spinal fluid wasn't working right. Tiny veins in her head were under extreme stress. The cause? Vitamin A toxicity? Ms. Dorothy had been consuming a high-dose skin and eye supplement for more than 5 years, close to 10,000 IU daily, every day, unaware of the risk. Here's why vitamin A is particularly sneaky. It's fat-soluble. That's right, your body retains it. In your liver, in your tissues, even your brain. It doesn't wash out as quickly as vitamin C or the B vitamins. And when we get older, our liver works more slowly, so that accumulation occurs even more quickly. Too much vitamin A can cause something called pseudotumor cerebri, a fake brain tumor. The symptoms? Headaches, blurred or double vision, dizziness, nausea, even permanent loss of vision or loss of mental faculties. Now here's the step most people overlook. Several multivitamins already have the complete recommended amount of vitamin A. But older persons like Ms. Dorothy unwittingly double or triple that dosage by taking extra eye, skin, or anti-aging pills. The established safe upper limit for elderly individuals is approximately 2,500 to 3,000 IU daily, and even then, under a doctor's watchful eye. But many of these online supplements have 5,000 to 10,000 IU per dose, and individuals take them every day for months or years. It's easy to understand how the harm mounts up. Ms. Dorothy is recuperating, but now she needs routine eye exams, pressure monitoring, and balance therapy. She once explained to me, "I thought I was doing something healthy for my body. I never thought it would damage my brain." And that's why I'm sharing her story. This isn't scary. It's telling you the truth, so you can guard your health and your independence. Now, if you thought vitamins for eyes were risky, just wait until you hear what occurs when a vitamin intended to help your heart and cholesterol instead drives up your blood pressure. Let's discuss niacin, also referred to as vitamin B3. This vitamin is also commonly touted as a natural method of reducing cholesterol. Some physicians even prescribe it. You'll also see it in heart health supplements, energy drinks, and fortified breakfast cereals. But here's what hardly ever gets talked about, particularly with regard to older adults. When taken in high doses, niacin can silently induce risky fluctuations in your blood pressure, and in a few instances, even lead to a stroke. I want to tell you about Mr. Frank Miller. He's 82, a retired mailman from Florida. When he visited my office, his symptoms were all over the map. Flushed face, pounding in his chest, dizzy spells, particularly in the mornings. His wife believed it was anxiety. His son believed it was the blood pressure medications, but the actual perpetrator was in plain sight. Frank was taking an over-the-counter heart health supplement. The front of the bottle read, "Supports cholesterol and circulation." The back, 1,000 milligrams of niacin per serving. And he was using it twice a day. That's 2,000 milligrams a day, over 60 times more than most seniors really need. Here's what happens when you use niacin in such huge doses. It initially causes your blood vessels to dilate, resulting in that warm, flushed feeling in your face. But then, very soon afterward, those very same vessels become restricted. This abrupt constriction sends a blood pressure spiking, puts a strain on the heart, and lowers blood to the brain. Repeatedly over time, this yo-yo effect is akin to tapping a hammer on fine glass. Something's bound to crack eventually. Frank had what's referred to as a transient ischemic attack, or TIA, a mini-stroke. His words slurred for 2 minutes, then cleared. He figured it was just a strange occurrence, but I had to break it to him. The supplement he thought was benefiting his heart was silently damaging his brain. And he's not the only one. Many seniors swallow high-dose niacin unaware of the risks. They purchase flush-free or extended release from online sources, assuming they're safer. But even those types can still increase blood pressure, cause irregular heart rhythms, and interfere with blood sugar. That's what you need to know. For older adults, anything above 50 milligrams of niacin a day should only be used under doctor's orders. If you have high blood pressure, heart disease, or are on other medications, check your labels today. Frank is now off niacin. He's recovering, no permanent damage. But he told me something I'll never forget. Don't forget some of the most powerful brain-protective foods. Berries, full of polyphenols that help reduce inflammation. Nuts and seeds, excellent sources of vitamin E, magnesium, and brain-healthy fats. Whole grains support steady blood sugar and improve circulation to the brain. And here's the beautiful thing. These foods don't just protect your brain. They also strengthen your heart, your bones, your mood, and your mobility. With every bite, you're not just feeding your body, you're healing it. Final wake-up call. Awareness is the best medicine. At this point in life, every decision weighs that much more. And the reality is, it's not what you swallow, it's what you know about what you swallow that really keeps you safe. Your 60, 70, or 80-year-old body doesn't handle supplements the same way it used to decades ago. Even healthy habits, such as taking vitamins, can sneak up on you and backfire if you're not vigilant. That's where education comes in as your strongest ally. You don't have to be afraid of vitamins, but you must respect them. Read the packaging, ask your physician, and pay attention to your body, particularly when it whispers. If anything in this video resonated with you, let me know in the comments. What is one thing you'll begin doing tomorrow? If you found this useful, give it a like to support others in finding it as well. And subscribe to the Health Spot so we can continue to learn, grow, and become stronger together. You're not on your own in this journey, and you're never too old to regain control of your health.